The space between where you are and where you want to be is not a distance, but a frequency. And the frequency can be changed right away. Right now, you have that power. You've had it all along. Have you ever felt something powerful shifting in your life? Like a win is just around the corner, even if you can't explain why? This video might be that exact sign you were meant to see today. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear could confirm that your biggest breakthrough is closer than you think. 1. Feeling unusual energy shifts. One of the strongest signs that you're about to win in life is experiencing sudden and unusual energy shifts. This doesn't always mean something mystical. It can often be felt in very real, everyday ways. For instance, you may notice bursts of motivation out of nowhere, or moments where your usual tiredness suddenly lifts and you feel inspired to take action. These surges aren't random. They often reflect that something is aligning in your life and preparing you for the next big step. Sometimes these energy shifts show up as restlessness. You may feel like your normal routines don't satisfy you anymore, or you sense an urge to do something new even if you can't explain why. This restlessness is often a signal that your old chapter is closing and a fresh one is opening. Instead of seeing it as discomfort, view it as momentum trying to push you forward. Another example is when you start feeling more sensitive to your environment. You might walk into a room and quickly pick up on the mood, or notice that you can no longer tolerate negativity the way you once did. This heightened awareness is part of your energy recalibrating, almost like your inner compass sharpening itself to guide you toward better opportunities. Energy shifts can also appear physically. You may feel more drawn to spend time in nature, clean your space, or suddenly take care of your body in ways you've been putting off. These are subtle but powerful signs that your inner self is preparing you for growth. Think of it as your system clearing out what doesn't belong so you can step into your win with clarity and strength. Most importantly, don't ignore these changes. When your energy feels different, whether it's excitement, restlessness, or a desire for renewal, it's often life's way of telling you that something important is around the corner. Trust these shifts, lean into them, and allow them to guide your next steps. They're not random feelings. They're signals that your breakthrough is already on its way. 2. Old challenges suddenly resurfacing. Another powerful sign that you're close to a big breakthrough is when old challenges or unresolved issues suddenly resurface in your life. At first, this might feel frustrating. You may wonder why problems you thought you had already overcome are showing up again. But here's the truth. These challenges aren't returning to hold you back. They're appearing as a final test, giving you the chance to prove how much you've grown and to close the cycle once and for all. For example, you might notice a toxic person from your past trying to re-enter your life, or you may suddenly face a situation that looks almost identical to something you struggled with years ago. This can feel like déjà vu, but the difference now is that you're not the same person you were before. You've gained wisdom, strength, and perspective. Life is offering you the opportunity to respond differently this time, which is a powerful sign that you're ready to level up. Old emotional wounds can also resurface during this time. You may suddenly feel triggered by memories or emotions you thought you had buried. Instead of resisting these feelings, see them as a signal that you're clearing the last bits of baggage that don't belong in your new chapter. Think of it like a computer cleaning out old files. It might slow down for a moment, but only so it can run faster and better afterward. These resurfacing challenges are actually preparing you for the success you're about to step into. Imagine you're about to enter a new door of opportunity. Life wants to make sure you're walking through it lighter, stronger, and wiser. Facing these challenges now ensures you won't carry unnecessary weight into your next season. So if you notice old struggles coming back, don't get discouraged. Recognize them as confirmation that you're almost at the finish line. The fact that these tests are showing up now means you're ready to pass them. Handle them with patience, strength, and clarity, and you'll discover that what once felt heavy now feels surprisingly easy to release. That's a clear sign your breakthrough is closer than ever. 3. Synchronicities. Appearing repeatedly. One of the clearest indicators that you're approaching a breakthrough is the sudden appearance of synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences that feel too perfect to be random. These are the moments when life seems to line things up in ways you couldn't have planned yourself. It's as if the universe is whispering, "You're on the right path. Keep going." For example, you might start seeing repeating numbers like 111, 222, or 444 everywhere, on clocks, receipts, or license plates. These patterns often show up when you're aligned with something important, or perhaps you think about a person and suddenly they call or message you. These small moments aren't accidents. They're signs that your energy is connecting with what's meant for you. Synchronicities can also appear as opportunities or conversations that arrive at exactly the right time. Maybe you've been considering a career shift, and out of nowhere, someone mentions a job opening or a new project that matches what you were secretly hoping for. These chance encounters are often stepping stones toward the win you're about to experience. Another common form of synchronicity is hearing the same advice or message multiple times in a short period. Perhaps 3 different people tell you to trust yourself, or you keep stumbling upon articles or videos that answer questions you've been silently asking. When life repeats itself in this way, it's not nagging, it's guiding you. The key is to stay aware. Too often, people dismiss these signs as coincidences, but those who pay attention and act on them often find doors opening faster. Synchronicities are like road signs pointing you toward the next stage of your journey. They confirm that what you desire is already in motion and moving closer to you. When you notice synchronicities appearing repeatedly, don't just smile and move on. Pause, reflect, and ask yourself, what is this pointing me toward? Chances are it's showing you that you're aligned with your breakthrough. And when you choose to follow those signs, you'll find yourself stepping into opportunities and wins that feel almost effortless. Remember, when synchronicities surround you, it's rarely by chance. It's confirmation that your victory is closer than you realize. 4. Opportunities showing up unexpectedly. Another powerful sign that you're on the verge of a major win is when opportunities start showing up out of nowhere. These can arrive in ways you didn't plan, didn't predict, and sometimes didn't even think were possible. It might feel like doors are suddenly opening in places you never even knocked. This is life's way of saying, you're ready for more, step into it. For example, you might be offered a chance to collaborate on a project, receive an invitation to an event that connects you with the right people, or stumble across a resource that solves a problem you've been stuck on. These opportunities often feel too good to be true, but in reality, they're the result of all the inner work, effort, and alignment you've been building over time. What makes these opportunities special is that they usually appear when you least expect them. You might be going through an ordinary day when suddenly an email, phone call, or conversation shifts your direction. It's almost as if the universe is rewarding your persistence by dropping the exact thing you need at just the right moment. Sometimes opportunities show up in disguise. They may not look glamorous at first. Maybe it's a small side project, a new connection, or even a challenge that forces you to grow. But when you lean into them, you often discover that they're stepping stones leading directly to your bigger breakthrough. The key is to remain open-minded and not dismiss something just because it doesn't arrive in the form you imagine. Unexpected opportunities also bring a sense of flow. You might notice that things that used to feel difficult suddenly become easier. The right people enter your life, doors swing open, and paths that once seemed blocked begin to clear. This is a sign that your energy and actions are aligned with your greater purpose. So when unexpected opportunities appear, don't hesitate. Pay attention, trust the timing, and take action. Many people miss their breakthrough because they ignore the small chances that were actually big stepping stones. Remember, the opportunity that shows up unexpectedly may be the very thing that carries you into your win. 5. Strong intuition or inner knowing. One of the clearest signs that you're about to step into a big win is when your intuition becomes louder than ever. It's that quiet inner voice, that gut feeling, or that sudden sense of, I just know, without needing outside proof. This isn't random. It's your inner guidance system sharpening, preparing you to recognize and step into the opportunities coming your way. You may notice yourself feeling drawn toward a particular choice or direction, even when it doesn't fully make sense on paper. For example, you might feel an urge to reach out to someone you haven't spoken to in years, apply for a position you weren't originally considering, or start a project that excites you for no logical reason. Later, you realize that following that instinct led you directly to something life-changing. Intuition often shows up as a sense of peace around the right decision, even if it feels risky. At the same time, you may feel discomfort or unease around choices that aren't meant for you. This contrast is powerful. It helps you distinguish between paths that drain you and paths that align with your breakthrough. Another way this inner knowing appears is through sudden clarity. You might wake up one morning with an idea that feels so obvious, you wonder why you didn't think of it before. Or you may find yourself making decisions faster and with more confidence, because deep down, you already sense where you're being guided. The key to harnessing intuition is learning to trust it. Many people ignore their gut feelings because they want logical proof before acting. But breakthroughs often happen when you take steps of faith based on that inner knowing. Intuition isn't about guessing. It's about tuning into the wisdom you already carry and the signals life is sending your way. So if you've been feeling a stronger pull inside, pay attention. That inner voice is rarely wrong. It's guiding you toward opportunities, people, and decisions that will unlock your next level. Trust yourself. Act on that knowing, and you may discover that your win arrives faster than you ever imagined. 6. Release of toxic people or habits. A powerful sign that you're on the verge of a major breakthrough is when you naturally start letting go of toxic people, unhealthy habits, or environments that no longer serve you. At first, this can feel uncomfortable, especially if these relationships or routines have been part of your life for a long time. But this release is not a loss. It's a preparation. Life is clearing space so that better connections, healthier patterns, and bigger opportunities can enter. You might notice, for example, that certain friendships suddenly feel draining. Conversations that once felt normal now leave you tired or uninspired. Or perhaps you realize that some habits, like procrastination, negative self-talk, or overindulgence, no longer match the version of yourself you're becoming. These realizations aren't coincidences. They're signals that you've outgrown old cycles and are ready to rise higher. Sometimes the release happens without you forcing it. Toxic people may drift away, arguments may naturally create distance, or you may simply feel less interested in activities that once kept you stuck. Instead of clinging to what's leaving, view it as life's way of pruning your path, removing what blocks your growth so you can flourish. It's also worth noting that when you release what's toxic, you begin to attract what's aligned. Healthier friendships show up. You feel more motivated to care for your body and mind. You discover new routines that energize you instead of draining you. This shift creates a ripple effect, drawing in opportunities and people who match your higher energy. Think of it like cleaning out a closet. At first, it feels hard to let go of old clothes, even if you don't wear them anymore. But once you do, you create space for new outfits that fit who you are today. The same is true in life. The release is necessary before the upgrade. So if you find yourself letting go of toxic people or habits, don't resist it. Recognize it as a sign that you're being prepared for your win. Every release is making room for something better. Trust the process, stay open, and know that your next chapter will feel lighter, healthier, and more aligned with the success waiting for you. 7. Heightened emotions before clarity. Right before a big win, it's common to experience a surge of heightened emotions. You may feel more sensitive than usual, swinging between excitement, anxiety, hope, and even frustration. While this can feel overwhelming, it's actually a powerful indicator that you're on the edge of transformation. Think of it like the storm before the calm. Your emotions are rising to prepare you for the clarity and breakthrough that's about to follow. For example, you might find yourself crying more easily, feeling deeply moved by things you'd normally overlook, or becoming impatient with situations that once felt manageable. These emotional spikes aren't signs of weakness. They're evidence that your inner world is shifting. Your body and mind are processing old energy, making room for a clearer, stronger version of you to emerge. Heightened emotions also act as a compass. They bring hidden feelings and desires to the surface, forcing you to pay attention to what truly matters. If you're feeling restless, it might be because you're ready for change. If you're feeling unusually inspired, It could be a sign that you're aligned with your next opportunity. Either way, these emotions are not random. They're signals guiding you forward. It's important to remember that clarity often comes after emotional release. Just like rain clears the air, these emotional waves cleanse your path. Once the intensity passes, you may notice a sudden sense of peace, understanding, or direction. Decisions that felt confusing before suddenly make sense, and the path ahead becomes easier to see. Instead of resisting heightened emotions, embrace them as part of your growth. Journaling, meditation, or simply taking quiet moments to reflect can help you process what you're feeling. By leaning into the emotions rather than avoiding them, you allow yourself to move through the storm and step into the clarity that follows. So if your emotions feel stronger than usual right now, don't see it as a setback. See it as confirmation that you're clearing the final blocks before your breakthrough. The depth of your feelings is proof of the depth of your transformation. And once the dust settles, the clarity you've been waiting for will arrive. 8. Doors closing so better ones open. One of the most powerful signs that you're close to a breakthrough is when certain doors in your life begin to close. At first, this can feel discouraging. You might lose an opportunity you wanted, a relationship may end, or a path you were pursuing suddenly becomes blocked. But what often feels like rejection is actually redirection. Life is closing doors that no longer serve you so it can guide you toward better ones that align with your highest potential. Think about a time when something you really wanted didn't work out. Maybe you didn't get the job, the relationship fell apart, or a plan failed despite your best effort. Later, you probably realized that the loss created space for something far greater to enter. That's the hidden gift of closed doors. They protect you from settling for less and position you for something more rewarding. Closed doors also build resilience and clarity. When one path ends, it forces you to step back, reassess, and ask yourself, what is truly meant for me? This process sharpens your focus and helps you recognize the opportunities that are genuinely aligned with your growth, rather than clinging to situations that limit you. It's also important to understand that better doors often don't appear until old ones close. For example, leaving a draining job might feel scary in the moment, but that very space could open the way to a career that excites you and rewards your talents. Or ending a toxic relationship may hurt initially, but it creates the freedom to welcome healthier love. When you notice doors closing, resist the urge to panic or force them open. Instead, trust that life is making room for better. The closing itself is a sign that you've outgrown that chapter and are being positioned for something more aligned with who you are becoming. So if you're experiencing endings right now, take heart. Every closed door is a step closer to the right one opening. Trust the process, stay patient, and remain open to the new opportunities waiting for you. What feels like loss today may be the exact shift that leads you into your biggest win tomorrow. 9. A sense of being tested or refined. Right before a major win, many people experience a period of testing. It may feel as though life is throwing obstacles in your way, challenging your patience, or pushing your limits. While these moments can be uncomfortable, they are not punishments, they are refinements. They're designed to strengthen you, sharpen your character, and prepare you to handle the success that's about to enter your life. Think of it like training before a big game. No athlete steps into victory without first being tested in practice. Similarly, your challenges are building the resilience and wisdom you'll need to sustain your breakthrough. For example, you might face financial struggles just before receiving an opportunity that requires discipline with money. Or you may encounter delays and setbacks that teach you persistence, preparing you for bigger responsibilities ahead. Testing often reveals how far you've come. Situations that once triggered fear or doubt may still appear, but this time, you're able to respond with calmness and clarity. That's growth. The test isn't about whether you'll fail. It's about proving to yourself that you're ready to rise. Refinement also works like polishing a diamond. The process can feel harsh, pressure, heat, and cutting away rough edges. But the end result is brilliance. Life's tests serve the same purpose. They strip away what no longer belongs and highlight your strengths so that when your win arrives, you can fully step into it without hesitation. It's easy to feel discouraged during times of testing, but shifting your perspective is key. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what is this teaching me? Every delay, obstacle, or frustration carries a lesson that's equipping you for the bigger doors about to open. So if you feel like you're being tested right now, don't lose hope. See it as proof that your breakthrough is close. Life only refines those who are ready for more. The very fact that you're facing challenges means you're being prepared to handle the success, abundance, and opportunities waiting on the other side. Stay steady, trust the process, and know that these tests are shaping you for your win. 10. Unexpected encouragement or signs of alignment. One of the most heartwarming signs that you're close to your breakthrough is when unexpected encouragement or clear signs of alignment begin to show up. These often arrive when you need them the most, right at the point when you're questioning yourself, doubting your path, or wondering if you should keep going. It's as if life sends you a gentle reminder. Don't quit now. You're closer than you think. This encouragement can come in many forms. Sometimes it's a message from a friend who tells you exactly what you needed to hear. Other times it could be a stranger's kind words, a video that speaks directly to your situation, or even a book or song that seems to answer your unspoken questions. These aren't coincidences. They're signs of alignment, nudging you forward. You may also notice repeating themes or messages that keep showing up around you. For instance, you might hear the same phrase, quote, or piece of advice multiple times in a short span. This repetition is a signal that you're being guided and supported, even if you can't see the full picture yet. Signs of alignment can also appear through circumstances. Maybe something you've been working towards suddenly feels easier. The right people cross your path, resources appear at the perfect time, or obstacles seem to move out of your way. These shifts aren't random. They're evidence that your energy and actions are in harmony with your next breakthrough. The beauty of unexpected encouragement is that it fuels your spirit right when you're tempted to give up. It reminds you that your efforts are not in vain and that something bigger is unfolding for you. Instead of brushing these signs aside, pause and acknowledge them. Let them strengthen your faith in the journey. So if you've been receiving unexpected encouragement or noticing signs of alignment, take it as confirmation. You are exactly where you need to be. Your path is unfolding, your efforts are being noticed, and your win is closer than ever. Trust these reminders, stay open, and keep moving forward with confidence. The finish line is not far ahead. Your breakthrough is closer than ever. Trust the signs and keep moving forward. Comment, I am ready for my win, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Pure Quantum.